4th and 6th through 8th. The only runner that place not named Columbia College was Paola Benitez Hernandez of Brunel. And now we're on to the first section of the women's 4x400 meter relay. It's Bryan, Montreat, and Union.
And section 1 is off.
And it appears that Union is a scratch, so my apologies. So it'll be just Bryan and Montreat, and those will be your two competitors in this first section. Bryan with an early lead. Remember, this is first leg stays in their lane, second lane stays in their lane for the first 100 meters, and they break after that. And pretty much it'll just be clean handoffs, all coming from lane 1.
Bryan with a slight lead over Montreat going into the first exchange.
And Bryan gets the handoff first, followed by Montreat. Montreat has some work to do.
Lane exchanges on the first handoff. They're going to the break line. Who's going to get the pole position?
And there's Montreat already making up the stagger, and they quickly take the lead. But now Bryan looks to respond right back.
Bryan, but she is right there on her shoulders.
What a great second leg there by the Cavaliers.
Bryan on the outside shoulder.
And now it's side by side. It's Montreat, Bryan, Montreat and Bryan. Bryan, it's neck and neck. It's going to be a close one on this handoff here. And Montreat gets it off first. Good leg there by Montreat, but Allen, a great way to respond.
Montreat out very rapidly ahead of Bryan.
And now Montreat takes the early lead as we go into the final handoff.
Rapidly hanging, Bryan hanging there strong. Still within striking range of Montreat.
And going into the final handoff, this is Montreat with a slight lead over Bryan.
And Montreat's going to come into the handoff first, but Bryan is right there on his shoulders. He's going to come down to the anchor legs in this first section.
And a great final leg there, or I'm sorry, at the last 100 where Bryan was able to keep the lead, and now they take the lead. And right now it's still Bryan with a slight lead over Montreat. Can they respond here on the home stretch? 100 meters to go in section 1. They're going to be the ones to set the standard of the time to beat, and it's going to be Bryan. And she has pulled away from Montreat, and she'll take care of section 1 of the women's 4x400 meter relay.
Bryan will take section 1.
.411 is the official time. Montreat second, 4:14. So that is your time to beat for the second section. So this one is going to be fast. And here are your lane assignments once again if you're just joining us for the final event on the women's side of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Outdoor Championships. In lane 1 are the Koalas of Truett McConnell. In lane 2, the Bears of Truett. I'm sorry. In lane 1, the Koalas of Columbia College. In lane 2, the Bears of Truett McConnell. In lane 3, your CIU Rams. In lane 4, the Tigers of Brunel. In lane 5, the Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan. In lane 6, the Buffs of Milligan. And in lane 7, the Hornets of Allen.
Lane 3, Columbia International.
Once again, top seeded time is Brunel. They're in lane 4. They are already the 2021 women's team champions, but it's going to come down to who's going to take third place, and it's going to be between CIU and Milligan. Columbia College are already locked up the runner-up spot as well, so those top 2 spots are already checked in. It's going to come down to CIU and Milligan for third place.
Third place on the ladies' side will come down to this event. Athletes, I know these 4x4s are very exciting, but please be careful around the track. It could lead to disqualification. Be very careful in cheering on your team. Don't step on the track or run with an athlete. But please get excited and ready for this 4x4. It will be a good one.